you bar barrack ball bags of Boner Town. I am McStud. Welcome to the motherfucking McStud show. But first, tasty motherfucking beverage. It's Friday. Hope you guys have had a great week. Hope you're about to have a great weekend. Cheers, bitches. Feel the best to have all week. Still got a little stuffy nose here and there, but damn. Anyways, happy Michael Bolton motherfucking Friday. So take your clothes off. Don't be no wussy. Cup your little balls and kick her in the pussy. Because we all know how much women love to be kicked in the pussy. You know, about as much as they love it when you tell them they're acting like their mother. Or you call them a cunt. You know, these are good tips right here that I'm throwing out to you. Write them down. Take advantage, you know. Don't get thrown in a doghouse. You know, redeem those 2 tickets to Pound Town. Speaking of Pound Town, you guys ever make love to a hemorrhoid with your mouth? You know, you go with those nice, long, slow kisses. You know, tickle the little guy with the tip of your tongue. You make that roid feel like it's the finest thing to come out of that asshole since Grandma's fish casserole last Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. You know, you give that hemorrhoid the best 37 minutes of his life. And then the next thing you know, your old lady's wiping her ass super hard for the next week and a half trying to get another one to pop up. You know? Problem is, the one you made love to, you sucked it so hard, it got so big that it had to be surgically removed. But you asked the doctor to keep it for you, you know? You got it in a nice little enclosed glass case, you know, sitting on your nightstand. You know, it's a small reminder of what your mouth can do to an asshole when your lady uses that goddamn John Wayne toilet paper. Oh, man. You know, I feel bad for those dudes that got a woman whose idea of giving a blowjob is basically a hand job while she kisses the tip of your dick periodically in the same manner she would kiss your cheek. You know, with those little pecks. And then she's like, "Are you ready for me to get sloppy?" You're like, "Yeah." And then she just licks the shaft and farts. That's a fucking keeper if you ask me. Shit. You know, speaking of farts, I remember when I was a kid, you know, real young, and this old lady just blew some ass while she's walking, and she just puts her hand on the back of her ass like this. You know, not even close. She's like, "Oh." And it's like, even as a kid, I was like, you know, that shit ain't gonna stop nothing. And like, you know, lady at your age, you should know what a fart can and will do and what it's capable of. And your hand is no match for that Metamucil prune juice fart. Goddamn it, just let it rip. Speaking of ripping, boy, I ripped my stomach up pretty good. Look at your boy. Got this fucking thing on. Fucking mess, man. This shit hurts. Anyways, you know, great. And back to grandmas. Grandmas are always worried about crazy shit. Like they're telling all these young girls not to go get knocked up. But by 22, your grandmother had done had 6 fucking kids. 6 more before she was 40. Like, listen, Granny, I think we all really know who needed to keep her legs shut. No wonder all these fucking old women needed Depends. You know, 8 babies later, they couldn't even queef if they wanted to. When they go to wipe their pussy after pissing, it's like reaching down and like wiping out a fucking fishbowl. Grandpa still hit it, though, you know. You all laugh at all these older dudes and how they dance and shit, you know. But they was working those hips back in the day. They had to make sure they could at least hit a wall or two while they're giving Grandma those backstrokes. You know, Grandpa just be looking down in her butthole, wanting to make love to those prune-shaped hemorrhoids with his mouth. Grandma wasn't that type of girl, you know. But to make up for it, she'd take her teeth out and give your grandpa the best sloppy-toppy gummer the neighborhood had ever seen. I heard about it, you know. And your grandma swallowed, too. And then she would kiss you goodnight. Anyways, motherfuckers, enjoy the rest of your Michael Bolton Friday. There's football on free on YouTube, actually, if you got YouTube access. I'm McStud. Thanks for watching. This is Michael Bolton's Blackjack, the rock band he was in before he went solo. It's called Love Me Tonight. I'm going to leave you with this. I'm McStud.